Boston, Massachusetts, at a combined weight of 397 pounds, the sure-thing Mark Shurman, that guy Scotty Slade, Team Friendship!
Anthem is officially happening.
His partner from Boston, Massachusetts, 221 pounds, the one-man Thrillride, Jimmy Preston, and they are collectively known as Team Absolute Friendship!
Friendship debuting here in Chaotic Wrestling at the Woburn Elks Lodge. The one-man thrill ride, Jimmy Preston, joining Scotty Slade and Mark Shurman. They are Team Absolute Friendship now, as Mark Shurman and Scotty Slade join Jimmy Preston in the ring for a triple. I think we're gonna get, here it is, the Jimmy Shimmy. There it is.
I've never seen Woburn erupt like this, Rich. This is insane.
Absolutely, the place has come unglued. No titles hang in the balance here in this main event. But there's a lot of scores to settle.
Look at the star power in the ring right now.
You've got three of the most popular in Chaotic Wrestling against three of the most hated. Pow! Jimmy Preston, Mark Shurman, Scotty Slade. Look at how excited Shurman is. How can you not love this team?
You bring him to get on your knees and bow to two of the greatest icons in this company's history. Get down!
Oh, so that'd be two icons and Jimmy Milonas. There it is. All right. Ooh. Oh, jeez. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. The insults are flying here. Oh, jeez. Here we go. What else can we see here tonight from these six? Oh, weekend at Shermie's. There it is. I think Milonas wants to laugh. Oh, here we go. Fury, Milonas, and Milonas. Uh-oh. Shurman is not... Shurman keeps stealing the catchphrases of the one-man thrill ride. I mean, Preston gave him an Absolute Savage shirt to get him to stop.
Might have to take the shirt back.
All right. It looks like Scotty Slade's going to start for the Team Absolute Friendship. There's the bell, Brian Fury.
I've never seen Shurman so hyper. Maybe I have.
Fury and Slade going to kick off this six-man tag team match. Fury just waiting, just daring Scotty Slade to make a move. All right, they circle one another. Collar elbow tie up, waist lock, takedown by the owner and head trainer of the New England Pro Wrestling Academy.
That was quite the aggressive takedown.
Certainly was.
Scotty Slade just chuckling in the corner. He says, all right. You want to go that way? We can go that way.
It's not like Fury has never dished that out on him before. All right. Oh, look at Preston. Looking at Shurman. There it is. I mean, we might not have to do commentary between Shurman and Preston and the very vocal Milonas brothers. Oh, look at this. The former tag team champion's gonna lock up now. Brian Milonas. Look at this. Brian Milonas making Scotty Slade an offer to be the Milonas brothers' manager.
Oh, that seems like a good deal.
So you can avoid all this beating and.
Oh!
Slade, one step ahead of the big man, ducks the clothesline 3 times. He's gonna wear out Milonas. Look at him, he's exhausted. And boom. Down goes the Kingpin with one punch, and in comes the one-man thrill ride, Jimmy Preston. A lot of yellow in that ring right now.
Very bright.
There it is, Pow again.
With that big, the yellow. With that yellow singlet, I don't think we'll ever lose Jimmy Milonas.
That's the other Jimmy Shimmy, I guess. Jimmy James Milonas. Guess he can do a Jimmy Shimmy.
He can certainly shimmy.
As Preston controls the arm.
A lot of jiggling going on when he shimmies.
Early stages of this match. The Milonas brothers winning the tag team championship at Cold Fury. Tags made, in comes Brian Fury. No love lost. You speak of Cold Fury. What a battle these two had back in Drake It in March at Cold Fury 14. Brian Fury controlling the arm on the one-man thrill ride, Jimmy Preston.
Brian Fury has made it the New England Pro Wrestling Academy students' duty to eliminate Jimmy Preston.
Well, let's face it, Preston actually prevented Fury from cashing in that contract after Chase's match with Dijak in Lowell back on May the 8th.
Fury shouldn't even have the contract. It should be Jimmy Preston's. If it weren't for Brickmaster Stone, it'd be Jimmy Preston's contracts. It should be his title shot, his opportunity.
And Brian Milonas entering the Chaotic Countdown at number 1. Won the whole thing without eliminating a single person. You being a veteran of 6 Chaotic Countdowns, I'm sure you can appreciate that fun fact.
I don't know if I appreciate it.
And into the top turnbuckle, Mark Shurman in control over Fury. It was 1 year ago this weekend that Mark Shurman took the Chaotic Wrestling heavyweight title from Brian Fury in his hometown of Stoneham, Massachusetts at the high school in front of a packed house. So there's a lot of history. All 6 of these men have a lot of history. But it was also 1 year ago that Jimmy Preston had made his first appearance here in Chaotic Wrestling. The fans didn't like him, but all of a sudden they have embraced him, and he is probably, dare I say, the most popular competitor?
Oh, absolutely. And if I'm correct, when he entered, his feud was against Brian Milonas.
Yes. That's how it's all started.
So definitely a lot of history in the ring.
The one-man thrill ride and Team Friendship making Team Absolute Friendship. And in comes the Kingpin. And he's just not letting Scotty Slade out of his sight at all.
Look at the size difference.
Huge, huge. High vertical suplex. Slade able to land on his feet. Tags Preston, who just caught the boot of the Kingpin. Whips the big man off the ropes. Reversal.
Baseball slide. Tries to knock him down with a clothesline.
Preston knows a thing or two about the baseball slide. Had quite an accomplished career in baseball, both at the high school and collegiate level. The southpaw Mark Shurman now tagged in.
Weekend at Shurman's.
There it is again. He's doing it again.
You know, Jimmy Preston doesn't give merch away that easily.
No.
He's going to be so mad right now that he wasted it. I promise that's not being held up.
And Ryan Milonas just went airborne.
Weekend at Kingpins.
Oh, Fury's catching it too now. Weekend at Firebrands. And Brian Milonas just pounding away on Mark Shurman in the center of the ring. Look at the power, the kingpin. Some 385 pounds. Oh, look at him just sitting on the neck and head of the sure thing Mark Shurman. Right in front of Mark Shurman's mother, seated in the second row.
She's at a loss for words right now. Usually she's really animated, but now she's just devastated at what she's looking at, what happened to her son in the ring right now.
She's off camera, but watching this damage to her baby. Look at the, oh, it's poor Dee Dee.
I think she's crying.
Well, I mean, that is her pride and joy.
That's her little Marky Mark. Not to be confused with Mark Wahlberg, of course.
Funky Bunch. And there's 400 pounds across the back. And Scotty Slade wincing as the Playboy just ran through Mark Shurman. Only a count of 2. The tag team champions and the Firebrand controlling this match. Quick tags, in comes the the Firebrand. Look at that one-arm slam. Hoisted him in the air and slams him down.
Trademark Brian Fury. You know, let me keep track. There's 2 Jimmys, 2 Brians, a Scotty, and a Mark.
Yes.
And then there's Mark Shurman.
Oh, hey now. To the outside. The name game is over. Mark Shurman on the floor outside the ring. And Brian Fury just spat in the face of Jimmy Preston. Preston objecting to it. Fury now setting up the distraction. This allowing Jimmy Milonas to just pound on Mark Shurman outside the ring. Throws him back in, right into Fury for a count of 2. Again, cutting the ring in half, keeping Mark Shurman in the corner. Fury tags out to Milonas. What an epic main event we've got here. 6-man tag. Who's going to have the Summer Chaos momentum? Who's going to emerge victorious here tonight? Shurman and Slade looking for another shot at the tag team titles. Preston and Fury, I don't think that war will ever be done.
Like I said, Fury's trying to eliminate Jimmy Preston. Until Jimmy Preston's gone, I don't think Fury's ever going to get over it.
And Brian Milonas just wearing him down with this big bear hug. Nowhere for Mark Shurman to go. Series of elbows breaks the hold. And that one just knocked him right back down.
Certainly not what Shurman was looking for.
Kingpin drops the elbow. 1, 2, and not enough. Mark Shurman kicks out. Brian Milonas choking the sure thing.
Brian Milonas just stalking Shurman right now.
Fury taunting the fans at ringside as the Kingpin continues to wear down the shirt thing. Shurman down. Brian Milonas has had the upper hand for the past several minutes. At least the past 3 minutes anyways. It's been all Brian Milonas on Mark Shurman. Shurman fighting back, trying to get to his corner. But the Kingpin just barrels his man into the corner.
So close to a tag. Reach mark. Oh, well, Brian Fury thinks otherwise.
Fury knows exactly what he's doing.
Of course, the head trainer of the New England Pro Wrestling Academy. He knows his way around the wrestling ring, that's for sure.
And now Fury just pulling at the nose of Mark Shurman. And look at Scotty Slade and Jimmy Preston rallying the troops. There goes Scotty Slade up and down the ring apron. That's not helping Mark Shurman though.
Or is it?
There's that
shoulder block from the shirt thing. He needs to capitalize and go towards his corner and tag either Jimmy Preston or Scotty Slade right now.
Yeah, both are fresh. Although Scotty might be wearing himself out, running around up and down the apron.
If he can get one of these two in the ring right now, it'd be a game changer.
Both men are down. Slade waiting. Preston waiting. Look out. The Kingpin. There's the tag. But Brian Milonas distracted the referee.
That was cheap right there. A completely legal tag was made. Tony S. didn't see it.
Big mistake by referee Tony S. He was distracted by Brian Milonas.
And look at, they didn't make a tag.
No. No. Only a count of two.
Rubbing the forearm into the face of Mark Shurman is Brian Milonas right now. He's literally rubbing it in.
Grabbing both legs, pulling his man right into the center of the ring.
I know it's coming.
Off the ropes. Off the ropes again. Right onto the knees of the sure thing.
So did Shurman.
The only sure thing right now is that Brian Milonas is now officially a soprano, as that just caught him downstairs. Scotty Slade up and down the apron. Shurman's got to turn to the right corner. He's trying to get there. Trying to make the tag.
You got to reach Shurman.
Slade is fresh. Preston is fresh. Shurman reaching, tags in Jimmy Preston. The one-man thrill ride, a house of fire. Clotheslines, elbows, ducks, neck breaker on Brian Fury. And this place has come unglued as Jimmy Preston goes to work with the power slam. And a count of two. Things are breaking down now. Preston wearing out both Milonas brothers. Fist to the face, another one. Oh. Preston from behind, Slade off the top.
Tornado DDT from the top, from Scotty Slade to the Firebrand.
Right on top of his head goes Brian Fury. Scotty Slade now kicking tail and taking names. Jimmy Milonas Went to the outside, compliments of Mark Shurman. Brian Milonas misses twice.
Oh! Went for that flying crossbody. Scotty and Jimmy Preston saw it coming, ducked out of the way, and they need to capitalize right here. Scotty looking for some high-flying moves.
No fear, Scotty Slade takes both Milonas brothers down.
That's how you get the Milonas brothers down.
Preston's got Shurman.
Savage Valley driver.
Will that be enough? 2! Fury out the back door. Brian Fury just able to kick out at 2. As this match is complete chaos, pun intended. Fury's in there with all 3.
He's got nowhere to go. Absolute friendship surrounding Brian Fury, but here comes the Milonas brothers.
Jimmy and Brian Milonas just caught the one-man thrill ride. As this match has got completely out of control.
The Milonas brothers setting Jimmy off. Shurman made the tag.
Yeah, the blind tag by Mark Shurman.
I don't think the Milonas brothers saw it. Shurman is perched up there on the top.
Oh, what a leg drop by Brian.
Like I said, I don't think they knew he got the tag.
The blind tag. Double shoulder tackle out of the corner by Mark Shurman.
Front zone.
1, 2, and broken up by the Playboy. Referee has lost all control. All 6 men in the ring right now.
If I'm correct, it's Shurman and Fury, the legal men.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Everybody's in the ring, though. Anything could happen at this point in this 6-man tag team match here tonight from Woburn.
Milonas brothers have something in mind. We saw that in Lowell against the Can-Man Connection. Squishes his opponents like a sandwich.
Nearly killing both of the Can-Am Connection. Cam-An. And now the double gyration.
It's like a tongue twister.
It is, but not quite. A scoop on Shurman, a scoop on Slade. The Milonas crunch.
I'd hate to be Scotty. Scotty being, what, 50 pounds less than Mark Shurman, taking the brunt of that.
Oh, more than that. Scotty Slade at 160 pounds. Shurman, 237.
Oh, yeah.
Up goes the Kingpin. And look at Jimmy Preston making the save. Jimmy Preston pounding away on the Kingpin. Going up top. Are we going to see it? Thriller can run. Oh.
Milonas held on to the ropes.
Oh, we've seen this before. That's going to do it. Referee wouldn't count it.
Running knee to Milonas.
Those were not the legal men in the ring.
Pop-up powerbomb. There's your legal men right there.
Sure slam right there. In comes Jimmy James Milonas. The old swing vote that his brother perfected. 2, and Shurman kicks out. 20 minutes gone in this bout, and Mark Shurman able to kick out of the swing vote. Thank goodness Jimmy Preston back up in the corner. Shurman whipped off into the other corner. Big boot to the face. Mark Shurman up top off the middle rope. Jimmy Milonas got nowhere to go. Missile drop kick by Preston.
Here comes Scotty. Frog splash.
Whoa! 2. They got him.
winners, the one-man thrill ride, Jimmy Preston, the sure thing, Mark Shurman, that guy, Scotty Slade, Team Absolute Friendship! Big victory, Team Absolute Friendship getting it done here tonight. Absolutely unbelievable the way that match just ended, taking out one half of the tag team champions, and Team Absolute Friendship emerges victorious. What an incredible victory and a good time had by these great fans here in Woburn. Got more than their money's worth the entire night, top to bottom. Absolutely incredible action. We have a brand new New England champion. The Logan brothers have quit. We saw the return of Alexis and so much more. But here we go. And Jimmy Preston wants to see Weekend at Shurmy's. Let's see if we can get it. I think he's... There it is. Weekend at Shurmy's. The fans chanting, yep, yep, yep. Now wait a minute. Preston wants a little something out of Scotty Slade. Perhaps a little Jimmy Shimmy. Oh, the worm. These fans having a great time here. Scotty Slade getting his strut on. Oh, yep, he's firing it up. There it is.